Welcome to Seneca Indians Baseball, live on KNEO.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Seneca Indians. Now, let's go to Ben Walcott, live on location.
And a pleasant good Friday afternoon, and we welcome you here to Seneca, Missouri as we get set for high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. It is the 7-17 Lebanon Yellow Jackets versus the 15-5-1 Seneca Indians. I'm Ben Wolcott with you for all the action here this afternoon. Countdown to first pitch sponsors People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. The Seneca team is coming off of a loss on yesterday afternoon as they fell to Aurora by a final score of 5-0, only able to get 2 hits on the afternoon, and they were both in the second inning and had a chance to try and get a run home, but Ian Heffron was thrown out at the plate, and Seneca's last base runner, they had a couple base runners in the 6th and the 7th inning, but Parker Blackburn did a good job for Aurora as they pulled out the victory. Go ahead, take a timeout, come back, start to preview the matchup after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
I'm Mark Taylor, General Manager of KNEO Radio and the CEO of the Sky High and Seneca Indians Broadcasting Network. As we bring you these high school sports broadcasts each week, there are additional hours and behind-the-scenes work that has to be done to bring you this broadcast. And there's more and more equipment needed with the expansion of the internet or radio broadcast equipment, social media, plus there's fees, announcer costs. It all can add up. If you're a business, we could use your sponsorship. And if not, we are a non-for-profit broadcaster, so
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. No matter how talented a basketball player might be, they will never win a championship without help. If they try to accomplish the task alone with their limited ability, they can only go so far. As followers of Jesus, we also can get caught up in trying to be self-sufficient. Even if we're working for the Lord, we can start leaning towards self-reliance. Paul gives us a good reminder about self-sufficiency when he writes in 2 Corinthians 3, 4, and 5, "Such is the confidence that we have through Christ toward God. Not that we are sufficient in ourselves to claim anything as coming from us, but our sufficiency is from God." In John 15:5, Jesus says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. The one who remains in me and I in him bears much fruit, for apart from me, you can do nothing." Today, let's get rid of our self-reliance and confess our need for God in all that we do. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between Seneca and Lebanon this afternoon. That loss yesterday snapped what was not a winning streak because there was a tie in there, but they have won 4 of their last 5 games, with that 5th game being a tie against Purdy. That was Seneca's first loss since April 16 when they lost to Mount Vernon on the road by a final score of 2-1 and 8 innings. And that loss also means that Seneca will no longer have a chance to have at least a share of the Big East title. Nevada and Aurora will play next Thursday afternoon, as they will both be 6-1 going into that contest, and the winner gets the Big 8 title. Senior Day here in Seneca. Seneca will honor their 3 seniors, Logan Pennington, Ian Heffron, and Drew Sherwood, also student manager Audra Harrison as well. So those 3 players and 1 manager will get honored in between the varsity and the JV games here this afternoon. This Lebanon team comes in. They beat Waynesville yesterday 11-3. That snapped a 4-game losing skid. This Lebanon team actually has a win over that Aurora team that Seneca lost to yesterday. Seneca next week will be on the road all week. Seneca will be at Cassville on Tuesday, at Springfield Catholic on Thursday, at Galena, Kansas next Friday. We'll have broadcasts for you next Tuesday and next Friday on the road. And then the following Monday and Tuesday, the following Monday will be at Neosho, and then the regular season finale will be the following Tuesday here at home against El Dorado Springs. You look at this matchup by the numbers. Seneca very good at home, 10-1-1 overall. Lebanon 3-4 on the road. Seneca 6.4 runs a game while giving up 2.8. Lebanon 4.9 runs a game while giving up 7.2. These 2 teams have not faced off very often. Seneca lost to them last year 9-5 on the road after beating them in the Cassville Seneca tournament. Lebanon Yellow Jackets were supposed to be here a couple of years ago, and that game got rained out after a couple of innings, and they did not get the game rescheduled. We'll go ahead, take another timeout, come back with the starting lineup, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, after this break on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options, including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
And we welcome you back. Your starting lineups here this afternoon, sponsored by sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. First, for the visiting Lebanon Yellow Jackets, they come in at 7-17 overall. Leading off is the catcher, number 8, Beckett York. Batting second and playing center field, number 12, Landon Klee. Batting third and playing first base, number 25, Harrison Cranmer. The cleanup hitter is the shortstop, number 7, Cole Milliken. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, number 11, Malachi Simmons. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 15, Riley Gilby. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 1, Braden Christian. Batting eighth and doing the pitching, number 13, Brody Shoemaker. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 6, Austin Gilby. Extra player is their right fielder, number 4, Owen Jones. Now the starting lineup for the Seneca Indians, they come in at 15-5-1 overall. Leading off is the shortstop, number 13, Jagger Wilson. Batting second and playing center field, number 18, Drew Sherwood. Batting third and playing catcher, number 2, Silas Ball. Cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, number 19, Asher Prater. Batting fifth and doing the pitching here this afternoon, number 17, Ian Heffron. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 6, Blaine Collinsworth. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 12, Bretton Crow. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 3, Jackson Yoakum. And batting ninth and playing right field, number 23, Remington Albrecht. So for Seneca, it goes Wilson, Sherwood, Ball, Prater, Heffron, Collinsworth, Crow, Yoakum, and Albrecht. For Lebanon, it goes York, Klee, Cranmer, Milliken, Simmons, Gilby, Christian, Shoemaker, and Gilby here this afternoon. It's a beautiful day for baseball here in the 4 states area. It is 67 degrees here, and it said there was a chance of it being mostly cloudy, but it is mostly sunny skies out here this afternoon for baseball in Seneca. Go ahead, take another time out, come back with more of the preview after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
Forbes asked, and the people answered. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is one of America's best insurance companies. Forbes recognizes what our customers have known for generations. We are committed to protecting families and the lives they've built. For auto, home, life, and business protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. One thing that all sports fans despise is an athlete who only gives bare minimum effort. We want to watch athletes who play with passion, not who look disengaged and disinterested. But what about in our own lives? Are we just doing the bare minimum at our jobs, in our marriage, with our kids, or in serving God? As followers of Jesus, we must stand out and set the tone of hope, peace, and joy when we interact with others. Our lives should be different as we represent Christ and give maximum effort. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Let no one despise you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, in purity." Rather than needing other people to set the tone for us, we should make it a priority to set the example for others with our attitude and effort. Today, let's set the tone and affect the culture around us. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And we welcome you back as still about 8 minutes away from first pitch here in Seneca as both teams have completed their infield, just waiting for the umpires to get here, have their meeting. And they'll get the starting lineups, an anthem, and then get to start of the game here this afternoon. Hard to believe that we're getting to the point of getting to the last 2 weeks of the regular season. Like we said, Seneca will be Road Warriors next week. They are at Cassville next Tuesday, at Springfield Catholic next Thursday, at Galena, Kansas next Friday. We will have the Tuesday and Friday broadcasts for you from Cassville and from Galena. And then the last week of the regular season at Neosho on the 11th, and then home to El Dorado Springs on the 12th to wrap up the regular season. Seneca's districts will be the 16th, 18th, and 19th in Aurora. That district got a little bit, I don't want to say more complicated, but it got a little bit more unsure of seeding as Aurora came away with a 5-0 win yesterday. Aurora now sits at 12-11 overall. Seneca at 15-5-1, and Monette at 11-9 overall. Seneca has a win over Monette with a loss to Aurora. Aurora has a win over Seneca with a loss to Monette. Monette has a win over Aurora in 11 innings and a loss to Seneca. I would think worst case scenario, Seneca would beat the 2 seed in the district, but those are discussions that will be had next week, as the seed meeting should be sometime around next Wednesday. We should know where, and we know where the district is at Aurora this year. It's just a question of when they would play, as they will play the district. The 4-5 matchup will be on that Saturday, the 16th. Semifinals on the 18th, and then the district championship game on the 19th. Once again, Seneca and Lebanon get set for action here this afternoon. It is senior day. Seneca will honor the 3 Seneca baseball players as well as the student manager. So they will honor Logan Pennington, Drew Sherwood, Ian Heffron, and student manager Audra Harrison in between contests here this afternoon. Go ahead, take a timeout, come back with the start of the game after this. KNEO on Seneca Indiana Sports Network.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
Here, I discovered what I can do and who I can become.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
One expanded mission built with lion pride.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. In baseball, even when a player strikes out, he still approaches his next at-bat thinking that he will get a hit. Just like baseball players, we are sometimes going to strike out in our walk of faith. But when we sin, it's important to get back out there and follow Jesus daily. No batter deliberately embraces the strikeout, so why would we deliberately embrace disobedience? Followers of Jesus live with a desire to obey. The Bible says God has called us to live holy lives, not impure lives. Even though we will slip up as we place our faith in Jesus, we know we are given grace and forgiveness. The Bible also says if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. Today, let's live holy lives, chasing after obedience and resting in God's grace when we do strike out. I'm Bryce Johnson, and you can unpack that. For more, go to unpackingit.com.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between Lebanon and Seneca. Once again, starting lineups here, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Beckett York, Landon Klee, Harrison Cranmer are the three due up here in the first inning. Cole Milliken, Malachi Simmons, Riley Gilby are the next three. Braden Christian, Brody Shoemaker, and Austin Gilby are the final three. For Seneca in the field, left field, Jackson Yoakum, center field, Drew Sherwood, right field, Remington Elbrecht. Left to right in the infield, you have Blaine Collinsworth at third, Jagger Wilson at short, Blake McKinney at second, Britton Crow at first, with Silas Ball catching Ian Heffron here this afternoon. Heffron pitched 2/3 of an inning yesterday, and he got out of a bases-loaded one-out jam without giving up a run. In those final 2/3 of an inning, he has done an excellent job coming in relief all the time here for Seneca over the course of the season. Gotten some much-needed outs for Seneca to close out some games. And his last start was a dandy. He pitched against Purdy, only gave up one run in 7 innings. Unfortunately for him, it was a no decision due to the fact that the game ended in a 1-1 tie. He is committed to Frontier Community College. He signed his commitment on Wednesday, as Drew Sherwood is committed to Connor State, and then Jagger Wilson is verbally committed to Oklahoma. Like we said, a beautiful day here in the Four States area. Here at first pitch, it is 66 degrees and mostly sunny skies. Seneca white pants, blue tops, red trims, red numbers in the front, white numbers in the back. As here comes the first pitch to York at 4:31. That's high and outside, and the count's 1-0. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets, the gray pants, black tops, gold trim, and numbers here this afternoon. As here comes the 1-0, and that pitch is outside, and the count is 2-0. Aurora jumped all over Seneca yesterday to start the game, as they started the game with 3 singles and a walk, as that pitch is hit in the air and slipping in right field, and that ball is gone. It is a solo home run to start the game for Beckett York. Nails that one over the right field boxes, and it is quickly 1-0 here for Lebanon. As coming to the plate will be Landon Klee. That's what happens when you get behind sometimes. 2-0, you have to come at him, and that 2-0 pitch was grooved enough for him to hit over the right field fence. Albrecht slipped out there and right, but that didn't matter. Klee will come to the plate for Lebanon. Comes the first pitch to him. That's high and outside, and the count is 1-0. Seneca, one of the bigger ballparks here in the Four States area. Lots of foul territory, as that 1-0 is swung on and missed, and the count's 1-1. 330 down the right and left field lines, 400 to dead central. As count is 2-1. As here comes a 2-1 offering. That is inside, and the count is 3-1. The count here on Landon Klee. Leadoff batter hit a solo home run, and now a 3-1 count here on Klee. That pitch is jammed down the third base line, just foul, and the count's full at 3-2. See if Heffron can find a way to get a strike here. So here comes the full count offering, and that is low for ball 4. So a leadoff home run and now a walk as Harrison Cranmer will come to the plate for Lebanon. As Lebanon has come ready to hit here this afternoon. Sponsors here this afternoon: New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prolube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, and Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast. That pitch is yanked down the right field line. It's fair, gets by Albrecht, and it will roll to the wall. Coming in and scoring on the play is Landon Klee, as it is an RBI double, and Lebanon has a 2-0 lead. This is almost identical to what happened yesterday afternoon against Aurora. Against Aurora, leadoff hitter singled. Second guy walked, and then 2 more singles. Today, leadoff home run, walk, and a double. That ball is popped in the air. It's in foul territory. Albrecht a long run to go, and it actually sneaks out of play. So the count's 0-1. First batter that Heffron has been ahead of here this afternoon. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Springfield Cardinals, all sponsoring the broadcast. The 0-1 is high, and the count is 1-1. As here comes the 1-1 from Heffron. And it almost hits him, can't break it back inside, and the count's 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 from Heffron. That fastball is hit to right center field. They had Sherwood shaded that way. Albrecht's going to catch it. And it took a while to get the ball in, and taking third on the play is Harrison Cranmer. It is an F9. They had Drew Sherwood shaded that way, but it looks like Albrecht caught him off, as Malachi Simmons will come to the plate. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, Kiernet Pregnancy Center, and Watered Gardens, all sponsoring the broadcast. So that pitch is over for a strike, and the count's 0-1. So here comes the 0-1 from Heffron. A breaking ball hits him, and runners will be at first and third. As Riley Gilby will come to the plate here for Lebanon. 2 runs in the inning. Talk about how walks and errors kill you all the time. Walk has come in and scored. We'll see. As it looks like Simmons just getting his sliding mitt on. Seneca was willing to give up a run for an out because the infield wasn't playing in, but now a double play would end the inning as that pitch is outside, and the count's 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. Outside, runner taking second without a throw. And runners are at second and third here, and a 2-0 count on Gilby. As here comes a 2-0 from Heffron. That pitch is high, and the count is 3-0. Only been ahead a couple batters. Milliken got ahead 0-1, and then Milliken worked at 2-1 before flying out. Simmons 0-1 pitch hit him. That's in the dirt, and the bases are loaded for Braden Christian. And Coach Eust is going to have a conversation on the mound with Heffron as a long first inning here for the senior. Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home at Arvis Ballpark through Sunday, May 3rd. So they face the Springfield Cardinals. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com, a supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. Springfield Cardinals return home to Route 66 Stadium Tuesday, May 5th. As they open up a 6-game set versus the Corpus Christi Hooks. Goes through Sunday, May 10th. Ticket information, visit springfieldcardinals.com, supporter of high school baseball here on KNEO. Long conversation here between Heffron and Coach Eust. As Seneca, if Heffron struggles, you may see Silas Balla at some point here this afternoon. He would be next man up for the Indians. Bases full of Yellow Jackets here. Already 2 runs pushed across. Here comes the first pitch. That's in there for a strike to Christian, and the count is 0-1. Critical to get ahead, and a good job there by Heffron to get ahead. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball hits the inside corner. Counts 0-2 as Christian was kind of ducking out of the way of that one. And it broke back over the plate. 0-2 the count. Here comes the 0-2. That's outside, trying to see if Christian would chase. It's not a bad pitch there by Heffron. Count now 1-2. As here comes the 1-2 offering from Heffron. That's outside. Christian has worked it from 0-2 to 2-2. He got nowhere to put him. Here comes the 2-2. That pitch is just outside, and the count is full. 3-2 the count. That pitch did not miss by much. So here comes the full count offering. Did he offer at it? And he did not for ball 4. Another run will come in and score. And that makes it 3-0 here for Lebanon, as Brody Shoemaker will come to the plate. 8th batter in the inning here for Lebanon. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. A long inning here for Ian Heffron. So here comes the 0-1. Another breaking ball, spoiled foul. That one going towards the parking lot, and the count is 0-2. Got ahead of Christian 0-2 before losing him. 3 walks and a hit by pitch in the inning. 0-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. And there are 2 down now as Austin Gilby will come to the plate. 9th batter in the inning here for Lebanon. Kind of critical for Seneca to get out of the inning here before you get back to the top of the order. That pitch is laced over the head of McKinney. 1 run will come in and score, and that will be the only run here in the inning. Or I should say in that plate appearance, as it's 4-0 now, as he was swinging at the first pitch, and now you get back to Beckett York, who hit a home run to start the contest. As here comes the first pitch from Heffron. That pitch is outside for a ball, and the count is 1-0. 4 runs in the inning here, and Lebanon is batted around. Here comes the 1-0. That's outside, and the count's 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 from Heffron. That's outside, and it's 3-0. Nowhere to put him either. So here comes the 3-0 offering from Heffron. Hits the outside corner, and the count's 3-1. York was taken the entire way. Here comes the 3-1. That pitch hits the top of the zone, and he's worked it back full to 3-2. Runners will be off on the pitch, so runner from second can probably score on a single. Here comes the 3-2. Breaking ball popped up in the air. Third baseman Collinsworth, and now Wilson will call him off. And that will end the inning. But for Lebanon, 4 runs in the inning on 3 base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 3. Half inning in the books. It's Lebanon 4 and Seneca coming up.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, Better Health, Better You.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Jagger Wilson to lead off the bottom of the first here for Seneca. Wilson, Sherwood, and Ball. Anybody who reaches Asher Prater would come to the plate here for Indians, as they will look to respond to the 4 spot put up by the Yellow Jackets in the top half of the inning. Wilson walked and stole 2 bases yesterday. As here comes the first pitch from Shoemaker. He's going to try and bunt his way on. Bunted foul, and the count is 0-1. Third baseman playing back, so trying to get a bunt base hit. Get you what Lebanon looks like in the field here shortly, as Wilson has an 0-1 count on him. His speed definitely can get there easily. Shoemaker taking a long time. Get the sign from his catcher. So here comes the 0-1. Popped in the air, foul, out of play. The count's 0-2. Left field's Braden Christian. Center field, Landon Klee. Right field is Owen Jones for Lebanon. Left to right in the infield, you have Austin Gilby at third, as here comes the 0-2. Does not offer at it, and the count is 1-2. Austin Gilby at third, Cole Milliken at short. At second is Riley Gilby. First is Harrison Cranmer, and Beckett York is catching Brody Shoemaker. 1-2 the count here on Wilson. That pitch is inside, and the count is 2-2. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministries, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, sponsoring the broadcast. 2-2 the count. That pitch is fouled out of play down the left field line, and the count will remain 2-2. Wilson does have home run power. He hit 2 home runs in 1 game here. So here comes another 2-2 from Shoemaker. That's high and outside, and Wilson has worked it full at 3-2. If you can find a way to get on. Here comes the 3-2. That pitch is spoiled foul out of play. So we'll do it again with the count full. Leadoff hitter here for Seneca. Here comes another full count offering. Foul tipped at the plate. Got a piece, keeps himself alive. He will see a 9th pitch of the at-bat. Seen 8 pitches so far. Find a way to get on. So here comes another 3-2 from Shoemaker. That pitch is inside. May have hit him. It was going to be ball 4 anyways. I'm not sure if it did. Regardless, Jagger Wilson reaches for Seneca as Drew Sherwood will come to the plate. Sherwood was 0 for 3 yesterday. A lot of Indians were not very successful yesterday afternoon in Aurora. As here comes the first pitch to Sherwood. They fake Wilson going, and they throw outside, and the count's 1-0 here on Sherwood. Almost looked like a pitch out. They've come to know that, or I said notice, that Wilson likes to go on the very first pitch. 1-0 the count. Throw back behind Wilson, and he's back safely. Nice grab over at first base there by Cranmer, making sure it didn't go past him. 1-0 the count here on Sherwood. Comes the 1-0 pitch. Oh, they almost had Wilson picked off. And the count remains 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes as here comes the 1-0. It gets by the catcher and the pitcher, or excuse me, the catcher. And so taking second on the wild pitch is Wilson, and the count's 2-0. I think it crossed up the catcher as the umpire got hit as well. 2-0 the count. Now a runner in scoring position for the Indians. 2-0, hits the outside corner, and the count's 2-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, and Safe First Storm Shelters all sponsoring the broadcast. 2-1 the count. That pitch is high, and the count is 3-1. See if Seneca can get something going in their half of the inning, and that's high for ball 4. So back-to-back walks or a hit by pitch and a walk, depending on what happened to that first batter, as Silas Ball will come to the plate. As now we have a meeting of the minds here for Lebanon. As the score is 4-0. Now Lebanon having a meeting as back-to-back walks or a walk and a hit by pitch. As Silas Ball will come to the plate. So a long first inning for Seneca's pitcher and Ian Heffron. And now a long inning here for Brody Shoemaker. See, I don't think Ball's bunting. He is bunting. It's a beautiful bunt. Nice coverage there. It was a high throw, but out at first base, it's I think that was the pitcher that got it. It's a 1-4 putout, but the sacrifice bunt does allow runners to get to second and third, as my colleague Seth Wilson joining me here, a normal football broadcaster.
Hey, I decided to come up and check out some Seneca Indian baseball this afternoon.
As Prater takes a called strike, and the count's 0-1. Long first inning here between the two teams as Lebanon batted around and Seneca on their fourth hitter. Prater swings and misses, and the count's 0-2.
Good breaking ball there by Shoemaker, just getting that one to drop out of the zone against Prater.
0-2 the count here. So here comes the 0-2, and swung on and missed. They're going to have to throw down and complete it, which they do. Good job there by York of making sure no one else was going anywhere before he got the putout, as Heffron now need a base hit to try and get Seneca some runs here in the first. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Osho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, Toner Connections all sponsoring the broadcast. So that pitch is outside for a ball, and the count is 1-0.
Shoemaker been pitching a while for them. Had some JV action a couple years ago when they were there up there in Lebanon facing them. Of course, you remember that game a couple years ago that rained out down here in Seneca.
So that pitch is outside, and the count's 2-0. Yeah, that game got started. Got 2 or 3 innings in before the rain and the thunder and lightning came, and they just couldn't finish it. That's all. So that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 2-1, and it's a long trip to try and come back to complete 3 or 4 innings.
And the team that year, they had to wait for the buses to come back because they had a bus driver shortage. They had to go all the way back to Lebanon and run the route.
So the 2-1, did that hit him?
It sounded like it hit something.
It hit something. They're not going to say it. It's a wild pitch, and Seneca gets a run. Everybody else moves up.
Greg Jackson behind the plate today. No call from him, so clear all the way through and moving up on the plate at third base. Sherwood gets down there, falling up behind Wilson.
3-1 the count here on Heffron. Unless it just hit the mask of the catcher. I mean, it sounded like it thudded on something. That's outside for ball 4. So both pitchers having a hard time figuring out the strike zone here. Third walk by Shoemaker. Heffron had 3 walks and a hit by pitch in his half of the first.
Of course, they led off with the big one, though, did Lebanon to start the game.
Solo home run for the right field fence. I've seen more home runs here in 1 year as Blaine Collinsworth spoils that one foul and the count's 0-1 than I think I have in the previous 5 that this place has been open.
And the wind is coming in from left field, so to get it out to right field, that's a pretty good shot. Kind of try to push it foul.
0-1 the count here on Blaine Collinsworth, making his second straight start. Does not offer Adden, and the count's 1-1. Started yesterday at third base against Aurora. 1-1 the count here. Runners are at first and third. See if Heffron tries to take second here at some point. So 1-1 is high, and the count's 2-1. Something Daryl and I always talk about is, you got to be licking your chops 2-1 because the pitcher doesn't want it to come at you with a 3-1 count. 2-1 the count. Here come and stepping off is Shoemaker.
Shoemaker, tall, right-handed pitcher for the Yellow Jackets. Have a little trouble finding the lower end of the strike zone right now.
So here comes the 2-1. That's high and inside, and the count's 3-1.
I think he's getting a little frustrated, too. He's looking back in at the umpire. I think he's asking his catcher where they're missing at. I think he's thinking they're a strike, and he's just not getting the call. Whenever you're all over the place, it's hard to get those calls that are close.
3-1 the count here on Collinsworth. That hits the inside corner, and the count's 3-2. I think Heffron probably had some of the same gripes in the top half of the inning. So it's just trying to figure out the strike zone of the umpire here. Full count, Heffron will be off on the pitch. Here comes the 3-2 offering from Shoemaker. And he looks at called strike 3, and that will end the inning. For Seneca, 1 run in the inning, no base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 2. 1 in the books. It's 4-1 Lebanon.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
And we welcome you back as it will be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters here for Lebanon to start the top of the second inning. Klee, Cranmer, and Milliken. As Klee walked and scored, Cranmer doubled home a run. And then Milliken, who flew out to right.
A lot of lefty batters. You used to not see very many left-handed batters, and there seems to be a lot out here in this ball game this afternoon.
So here comes the first pitch from Heffron. Pitch hit to first. Crow able to make the stop. Can Heffron get there in time? And he does. Nice. Excellent play by Crow and an excellent play by Heffron. And it's a 1-3 put out.
Yeah, Crow did a nice job going to his backhand to snag that one. It was going to go into right field, but if he didn't get to it, he was the only person that was going to have a chance at it and did a nice diving stop. And Heffron over there doing what he should do, pitcher fielding his position and covering first base and getting that out.
As now Cranmer will come to the plate. Double his last time up, and he hits it to right field. Albrecht having a tough time against the sun, finally sees it and able to snag it out there in right field. We always talk all the time about how the right fielder's facing the sun here in Seneca, and especially the sun going down. I mean, later in the year it's not as much of a problem due to the fact that the sun's up later, but still, right field here in Seneca is an interesting place to be.
Usually you're going to get a lot of wind up here on top of the hill.
That pitch hits Milliken. So with 2 outs, a runner reaches. As Malachi Simmons will come to the plate.
If you watch that last pitch that was flied out to right field, it kind of hung up in the air a little bit, and I think he tried to come back with the same pitch once again. It hung up a little bit more and caught the batter.
Yeah, I mean, that breaking ball really breaks for him. There's been a couple times with those righties, they thought it was going to hit him, and it broke over the strike zone. Long first inning for Heffron, 36 pitches. He's looking for a much quicker second. So that first pitch is low. Counts 1-0.
Keep the ball low. You keep it at their knees, they're going to have a tough time getting it out over the fence like they did that first batter.
So that pitch is back up the middle. It's a single. And runners will be at first and second here for Riley Gilby, who walked his first time up.
Heffron had to dodge out of the way. He was falling off to the first base side. Luckily, his momentum was taking him that way, because if it hadn't, that probably would have clipped him.
Yeah, Crow yesterday had a hard line drive to first that actually took his glove and his sunglasses off. By the time he found the ball, the runner was safe at first. So that first pitch is over for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. Late swing there by Gilby.
That was a good breaking ball there. He wasn't able to catch up to that one. Just dove away from him. Good ball there by Heffron.
Counts 0-2. Here comes the 0-2, and that's low. And Ball having a hard time getting in front of that one. The wild pitch now has runners at second and third, and a base hit would get two more Yellow Jackets in.
Try to get that breaking ball down and away, and Ball did everything he could do to try to stop that and just skipped off his knee pad.
As here comes a 1-2. That's outside. Good block by Ball.
Same pitch, same location. That time Ball was just ready to get that one and hung up in the air a little bit more for him, too.
2-2 the count here. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike three, and that will end the inning. For Lebanon here in the second. No runs, one hit, no errors, and two left. We head to the bottom of the second. Lebanon up 4-1.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from two locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Access Family Care serves all of your health care needs, from behavioral health to dental services to primary medical needs. AccessFamilyCare.org, women's health, OBGYN services. AccessFamilyCare.org, with locations across Southwest Missouri. AccessFamilyCare.org, quality, convenient health care. Access Family Care medical and dental clinics, building relationships, providing great care.
And we welcome you back. Brenton Crow takes a strike here to start the bottom of the second. 7-8-9 due up for the Indians. So that pitch gets underneath the catcher, and the count's 1-1.
You know, Ben Shoemaker, I've known him for several years, known his dad and mom for several years, good family. Unfortunately for them, they're Royals fans. So I just have to give a quick shout out to those parents of Brandon out there, Brandon and Ray, parents of Brody out there on the mound.
So that pitch is inside, and the count's 2-1. You know, Seth, it seems like no matter who Seneca's facing, you seem to know somebody.
I have connections a little bit throughout Southwest Missouri, yeah.
So that pitch is low, and the count's 3-1. And like we said, you know, Heffron settled down there in that second, had two quick outs, and then hit by pitch and a single, but still a lot quicker second for Heffron. See if Shoemaker can find the strike zone for Lebanon as that pitch is outside, and Crow reaches to start the inning. Jackson Yoakum will come to the plate. And it seems like, at least here in the early going, it's a tight strike zone.
Yeah, that first pitch he had was a beautiful strike right at the knees, down the middle, and then just couldn't find the strike zone again.
As here comes the first pitch to Jackson Yoakum. Trying to bunt, and it's bunted foul, and the count is 0-1. Everett at the Osho Daily News. Wish the Seneca Indians good luck. Let's go get that win.
That first pitch was going to be a tough one for Yoakum to try to bunt outside part of the plate, and he reached out there and just able to foul it off, not able to put it down and play.
As he's trying to bunt, that one actually is a beautiful bunt. Can't tag him, but Shoemaker does get it to first. It's a 1-3 put out. Sacrifice bunt does allow Crow to get to second, as Remington Albrecht will come to the plate here for Seneca.
Lebanon's got that tough record, 7-17. We were just talking off air, though. They play a tough schedule, Class 5, District 5, and they have one of the tougher schedules in Missouri.
So that first pitch is high and outside, and the count is 1-0.
They did come down to the Cassville tournament, won 3 out of 4 at Cassville this year, so they did a good job defeating East Newton 4-2, and Bolivar 7-1, Cassville 16-1, but lost to Grove 5-2.
Yeah, that was the championship game that they fell to Grove. Seneca lost to Grove the night before in that one, and Grove a very good team. 1-1 the count here on Albrecht. As here comes the 1-1 from Shoemaker. Hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-2. Not sure if they're on the same page there, because catcher going out and having a conversation with Shoemaker quickly.
I wonder if they have PitchCom out there, Ben. You think they're having difficulty with PitchCom out there?
Well, they do have earpieces now in high school that you can use. I don't know that Seneca uses it, but they may.
He's still giving signs. Catcher's still giving signs down there. Maybe it's just a reference for his infielders.
So that pitch is swung on and missed, and there's 2 down as Jagger Wilson come to the plate. See if Wilson can get something not started here, but get a run in.
He had a good at bat the first time, made Shoemaker work, and ended up getting clunked on the elbow. Luckily, he had that elbow guard on.
I was going to say, I couldn't tell if it was a walk or a hit by pitch. It was ball 4 regardless, so you were a lot closer than I was at that point. So and it was an 0-2 count and 9-pitch at bat for Wilson the first time. So that first pitch is high for a ball, and the count is 1-0. He is the lone Seneca Indian that came in and scored. He scored on a wild pitch.
See if Jagger can plug a gap somewhere here and get 2 runs across plate, make it a little bit more closer for the Indians.
So that pitch is low and outside, and the count's 2-0. He hit 2 home runs in one game here, Seth. He hit one over the right field fence, and then he hit one over the left center field fence.
That was just like me when I used to play RBI baseball on Nintendo. I'd hit a couple home runs out, but not in real life.
Yeah, especially not here in Seneca either. He hit one to one of the deeper parts of the ballpark because that pitch is over for a strike, taking Tire away on a 2-1 count.
That last pitch, that last pitch was a strike. The one right before it, very similar location, so it must not have missed by much.
2-1 the count. As here comes the 2-1 offering from Shoemaker to Wilson. Pitch is high, and the count's 3-1.
Ball seems to be sailing a little bit on him. See if he can drive a little harder to the plate and bring that ball down the strike zone. But Wilson looking to do some damage here with the 3-1 count.
Shoemaker steps off.
Probably didn't like the sign there. Probably wants something different right now, something he knows he can throw for a strike against Wilson.
As here comes the 3-1, and that sails outside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk, runner at second, and now a 2-out walk and a runner at first. Drew Sherwood will come to the plate. Sherwood walked his first time up. So 2 outs here. And Sherwood will be at the plate.
Sherwood here on senior day, see if he can help his pitcher out there, Ian Heffern, get some runs back that Heffern gave up in the first.
That first pitch is over for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Seneca gave up 4 runs in the first. They'd love to get a couple more back here. They scored 1 run in their half of the first. As here comes the 0-1 to Sherwood. That's low. Good block by the catcher there. And the count's 1-1.
Senior day today. They go on the road for 4 games in a row. Then they come back here to conclude the regular season with a home game.
Yeah, and then go to Aurora for districts. And like I said, a pregame, districts standings are very interesting right now as here comes the 1-1. Taking in the counts 1-2. Seneca 15-5-1. The win over Monette, lost to Aurora. Aurora 12-11. Win over Seneca, lost in 11 innings to Monette. Monette 11-9. They have a win over Aurora and a loss to Seneca. 1-2 is outside, and the count's 2-2.
I'm sure they'll get it all sorted out. They always get it sorted out in those district meetings.
It's supposed to be next Wednesday, I believe, so it'll be interesting. I don't think Seneca would fall anywhere below second, but 2-2, and that's just outside. And the count's full at 3-2.
Shoemaker thought he had that one there.
I thought he had it too.
He was starting to walk off towards first base, but good eye there by Jagger Wilson with 2 strikes taking that pitch.
Jagger Wilson.
Sorry.
Jagger Wilson's at first. Anything in the gap, Wilson can score. And that ball is hit to left center field, and it's going to nice block there by the left fielder. It is a long single for Drew Sherwood. But an excellent battle, and Seneca gets a run back.
You almost called that, Ben. You said for a gap shot, and it was almost a gap shot. Just didn't quite skip past that left fielder. Yeah. Able to plate one, though, for the Indians.
Good job by that left fielder, Braden Christian, in cutting it off. So Seneca gets a run back, makes it 4-2 as Silas Ball comes to the plate. No official at bat due to the fact that he had a sacrifice bunt. That pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1.
I'm trying to remember. I may be wrong on this, and I'm not a. My brother kind of lives up by Lebanon, but I think there was a Will Christian that was at Lebanon for a while, maybe a coach. So I wonder if that's
he is the athletic director.
There you go. Maybe
and he's still there because I emailed him
today. Ben's on top of things. He's better than I am.
So the count's 1-1. I think that may be his son, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong.
We can speculate. We're up here. We're speculating.
1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1. Pitches, and the ball gets by the second baseman. Sherwood was trying to get in a pickle to allow Jagger Wilson to score, but it's an error on the play. Do you give it to the catcher or you give it to the second baseman?
I mean, that was a little bit off target. You probably give that one to the catcher. He kind of threw that one away a little bit. And you're right. He was trying to get in the hot box and allow the runner to score from third, and catcher just throws it right away, skips away from him.
2-1 the count here. Seneca crawled back into it. Down by 1. That ball is hit in the air to left field. He got underneath it. Center fielder going to come over and snag it to end the inning. For Seneca, they get 2 runs in the inning, courtesy of 1 base hit. There was an error, and they strand 1. 2 in the books. It's 4-3 Lebanon.
Can you prove that you have a seat in heaven?
Wow, that's a pretty heavy question. What would you say?
Some people say, well, you can imitate Jesus. You can do the things Jesus did as best you can, and that's enough, isn't it?
Billy Graham.
You can do all the good works. You can go with all the people that are doing good social work around the world. But the scripture says, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy he saved us, by the washing of regeneration and renewing of the Holy Spirit. The only way you can get a seat is to come to the cross and confess that you're a sinner and receive Christ as Lord and Savior, and come to the empty tomb and believe that he rose again from the dead.
If you're not sure you've got a seat in heaven, let's talk now. Call us 855-255-PRAY. That's 855-255-PRAY. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Braden Christian coming to the plate, 7, 8, 9, due up for Lebanon here in the 3rd inning. Christian, Shoemaker, and Gilby against Heffron, and a much better 2nd inning for Heffron. Only 11 pitches after a 36-pitch first inning. That ball is shot foul down the first base line. Counts 0-1.
One of my other Lebanon contacts just texted me and said, yes, that is Coach Christian's son. Thank you, Tyler Wilburn, for that information.
0-1 the count here. Here comes the 0-1. That breaking ball is hit to McKinney at second base. He bobbles it, and it will be an E4.
That just came up right to his waist. He was down on it, but it came up to his waist and just had trouble fielding it clean to throw him out at first.
So the leadoff runner is on for Brody Shoemaker. We'll see if he's trying to bunt the runner over. Number 8 hitter here for Lebanon. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. This is their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, proud sponsor, Seneca Indians. As that first pitch is bunted into the screen, and the count's 0-1.
That was a great job by Heffron. Pitch up at the batter, so that way all he can do is try to pop it up, and that's exactly what he did back in the screen.
0-1 the count. He's going to try and bunt again. That pitch is low as Shoemaker pulls the bat back.
Try to throw a curveball there to him. Try to get him to miss on that one. He didn't offer at it, though. Smart play there by Shoemaker.
1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1. Trying to bunt again. That pitch high. Ball thought about trying to throw back to first as Bretton Crow over at first base.
Yeah, Seneca, I think they have 3 seniors on their roster right now, and 2 of them out there in the field, and so they got a young team.
That's a good bunt. Excellent bunt. He may be safe at first, and it's an infield single for Brody Shoemaker as runners will be at first and third, and you may see another bunt attempt with Austin Gilby coming to the plate.
Collinsworth, I think, over there at third base doing a good job recovering. He charged in and saw he wasn't going to make the play. His pitcher had that one, got back to the bag just in case it got away so they could have him try to get it out at third as well.
Don't be surprised if Austin Gilby's trying to bunt. He singled his first time. He squares. It's bunted. It's a beautiful bunt. Is he able to keep his foot on? He is. It is a 1-3 put out. At the sacrifice bunt does allow runners to get to second and third for the top of the order. And Beckett York, who's 1 for 2, a solo home run and a pop up to shortstop as he calls time. Hit a solo home run his first time up. As here comes the first pitch. That pitch is high for a ball, and the count is 1-0.
He's talking about that bunt coverage by Collinsworth down there at third, doing a good job recovering back home. Went to a Southern softball game this last weekend, and they were playing University of Central Oklahoma. Somebody bunted from Southern. They were able to get all the way around to third on a squeeze play.
So that pitch is inside, and the count's 2-0.
So bunt responsibility, knowing where you're supposed to be at, getting back to your bag so that way the runners can't advance anymore in case there is a wild play or something else goes on. That's a good job by Collinsworth.
As here comes the 2-0. That breaking ball stays outside, and the count 3-0. Being extra careful with him, and Heffron looks like he may have done something to his back.
He came off that last pitch, and he was kind of grimacing a little bit. Looks like his low back may be bothering him a little bit. That's why he's struggling to find the strike zone right now.
That pitch was swung on, and apparently it was foul tipped. Count 3-1.
I didn't hear anything, Ben. Of course, we have noise-canceling headphones on, but I didn't hear anything on that one.
Yeah, I didn't either. But nobody budged.
No, nobody did.
He was swinging 3-0. That was a 3-0 pitch. 3-1 is inside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded.
Indians do have someone warming up in their bullpen down there. Number 18, I think, is the number I can see over there in that bullpen for the Indians.
Well, I don't think it's 18 because that's Drew Sherwood, and he pitched on Tuesday, and he's not eligible.
I'm getting old now, Ben. I can't see that far. Looks like they are going to make a pitching change after all.
We'll see. That's number 8. That's Kyler Hurler. I think if anybody's coming in to pitch next, it would be Silas Ball.
Gotcha. My vision is awful, Ben. So let's just go ahead and call it what it is.
You had an 8 right.
I had the 8 correct. Yes, it's maybe the screen I was looking through. Maybe threw a 1 out there. I'm seeing things. I don't know. There's spots going across everywhere, and it looks like Ball is going to go take off his catches here.
So you are going to have a pitching change here due to injury. Heffron will come out, Ball will come in, and River Franks will have to come in and catch. So we will take a timeout. Come back with the changes after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
For 15 years, CareNet Pregnancy Resource Center has been serving women, men, and their families.
All of our services are free and confidential, and they include
first trimester ultrasounds, STI testing with treatment, and
pregnancy tests, as well as verification and community referrals.
One-on-one education classes for any parent or soon-to-be parent,
along with material assistance.
Missourians know we've got their back. For 75 years, they've turned to Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance for dependable, personalized life insurance coverage. That's 75 years protecting families and the lives they've built. For small-town values and big-time protection, call Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
Historians will probably call this present era in the Western world that we're living in the age of anxiety.
Billy Graham.
This generation is dying not from external pressures, but from internal combustion. In other years, men feared death. Today, they seem to fear life. God has never promised to remove our troubles, problems, and difficulties, but God has promised His peace, a sense of assurance and security in the midst of trouble and conflict. What we need to do is to get our eyes on Christ, idolize Him, worship Him. He will never fall nor fail. Be that kind of a follower of Christ. And you can say with Paul, for me to live is Christ. His grace, His peace, His assurance, His security will be mine.
It's easy to let troubles distract you from the joy and peace that Jesus offers. We can help you get your focus back on Jesus. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
WG Marketplace isn't your average thrift store. Think boutique vibes with a mission. Every dollar you spend helps those struggling with homelessness through Watered Gardens Ministries. WG Marketplace. Shop with purpose. Give with impact.
And we welcome you back as Silas Ball will have to come in and pitch for the Indians. River Franks will come in and catch, and I think Ian Heffron is just out at this point. So at this point, it would be River Franks coming in to bat for Heffron as the bases are loaded for Landon Klee as he takes the ball and the count's 1-0. He had a sacrifice, or no, that was just a put out, I think, by Heffron, the first time up. That pitch hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-1.
You just hate to see Heffron go out like that on his senior day. A little bit of an injury grimace in there after the last couple pitches, just unable to find the strike zone. So unfortunate for him. He can't hit on a high.
Ball gets by Franks. It comes back. You have a chance, and they call him safe at the plate. We talk about the ricochet all the time. And it came back to Franks, unfortunately, not quite in time for
I don't know about that
ball
one,
to
Ben.
get the tag down, and it's another run for Lebanon.
He must have snuck his fingertip in there or something because it looked like ball put a good tag on him and beat him there.
So that pitch is low and outside, and the count's 2-1. First run for Lebanon since the first inning. That run responsible by Heffron. As here comes the 2-1. Hits the outside corner, and the count's 2-2.
Good location there by Silas Ball, painting the outside corner down low and away, so it's all he can do is ground it to third base if he gets a hold of it.
Here comes the 2-2. That ball is hit to third. They have the runner out at home plate. Excellent job there by Blaine Collinsworth. Bad base running by Lebanon, and Seneca gets a second out.
Yeah, third base coach over there for Lebanon talking to that runner saying, you got to listen to me. I was telling you what to do. And a heads-up play, that ball kind of took a high hop. It was the same location on the pitch from Silas Ball, down and away from the batter. All the batter could do was ground it to third, and Collinsworth made a heads-up play and a heads-up throw. Good job by River behind the plate, making sure he got the tag on the runner.
You have a courtesy runner now for Lebanon. It's number 30.
Been scrambling to find a roster here.
As number 30, is Jace McCoy.
Man up to bat right now, double last time in the first inning.
He flew out to right last time, or kind of right center. As the first pitch is in there for a strike, Frank's trying to see if the courtesy runner would have went too far off the bag, but he did not. Comes the 0-1. That ball spoiled foul, and the count's 0-2. If you're Seneca, you would love to get out of this inning with only one run given up.
Yeah, get back in the dugout, see what you can rattle with some bats and tie this game up. I think you have the heart of the order or middle of the part of the order coming up for Seneca.
4, 5, 6 due up for the Indians. The 0-2 is outside, and the count's 1-2.
Silas trying to get him to chase that outside pitch. He fouled that last one off to the right side and hoping he could do the same thing, get him reaching out there across the plate, trying to put it in play.
1-2 the count. Here comes the 1-2. It's inside. Dancing out of the way is Cranmer, and the count's 2-2.
Yeah, got his eyes set up, looking away. Now you go back inside against him, trying to change it up maybe so he can't make solid contact. And nice job there by River Franks to keep that one in his mitt.
Here comes the 2-2. Does not offer at it, and the count's full at 3-2. Newmac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Perlu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast. Full count here. You do have a base open, but Cole Milliken, the cleanup hitter, is on deck. That's low for ball 4 as he loses Cranmer.
Yeah, honestly, probably not a bad attack mode there for Silas Ball, attack situation, not giving him anything he can square up because he does have that big bat in the 4 spot for Lebanon.
Milliken 0 for 1, flew out to right. Also been hit by a pitch.
Excuse me, 3 spot. I was off by 1. I'm doing this I'm doing this blindly. Basically, I can't see out there, and I'm just kind of guessing where guys are at in the order.
Here comes the first pitch. That's low, and the count's 1-0. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, and the Springfield Cardinals, all sponsoring the broadcast.
Springfield Cardinals got some pitchers out there for sure.
So 1-0 is high, and the count is 2-0.
They're struggling a little bit offensively, but did you see that wild play they had the other night? I think they had 4 or 5 walks, and they stole home twice. Springfield Cardinals did.
Here comes the 2-0. That ball is laced up the middle, and it's going to fall in front of Sherwood. They're going to send 2 runners home. They potentially have a play at third, and he is safe at third because Collinsworth can't hang on to the baseball.
A great relay there from Sherwood to Wilson, and Collins. It went right into the foot of the batter or the runner there, and Collinsworth unable to come up with the clean. If he would have came up that clean, he had it punched out for sure.
As now coming to the plate is Malachi Simmons. And that will complete the line on Ian Heffron. As still runners at second and third. So that pitch is high and inside, and the count is 1-0. Simmons 1 for 1, singled in the second, hit by a pitch in the first and scored. 1-0 the count. Here comes the 1-0. That's low, and the count's 2-0. Seventh batter to bat in the inning here for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, he's missing low with a lot of his pitches. That one that was doubled into center field was just a little too good for that batter.
So that pitch is low, and the count's 3-0. Actually, this is the eighth batter of the inning. Excuse me.
It happens, Ben. It happens. Silas Ball just stepping off the backside of that mound and just taking a breather and trying to gather himself with a 3-0 pitch coming up.
See if Simmons has a green light. It gets by Franks, but not far enough for the runner at third to go anywhere. As Riley Gilby will come to the plate. He has walked and struck out today. Franks looks like he had something in his eye there for a second. Had to get it out.
Wonder where he came from. Probably that turf.
Those turf pellets. As he grabs the first pitch. That pitch is hit on a hop to Wilson. Wilson going to go the short way, and he can't get it to McKinney. One run will come in and score. 2 runs will come in and score. And I think that one is one that you just throw to first base.
Yeah, I might have thrown a little bit behind him. His momentum was taking him into center field was Wilson, and McKinney having a tough time bringing that one in for the force out at second. But I think he was trying to go at the shortest route with his momentum taking him so hard to center field. He was unable to set his feet probably and make a good throw to first.
So 2 more runs come in, and this is the 10th batter of the inning for Lebanon. Second time here today that they have batted around as Braden Christian reached on an error and scored his first time up. So that first pitch is in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1.
Yeah, he hit that right to McKinney to start the inning. So if he gets another chance here, I think McKinney's going to relish the chance and take a hold of it and get this third out of the inning.
As here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball, hit in there, foul. Crow going to try and get to it, but it goes behind the first base dugout.
He'd have to scale the fence, climb the roof, and lay out on the concrete for that one. And we don't have Savannah banana ball going on right here, so it's a foul ball. It's dead, so out of play.
0-2 the count here. So of the runs that they've had in the inning, 3 of them are unearned. 0-2 is inside. Runner takes second.
Fielder indifference there by Franks as he didn't even look to second. Let's let him have that bag.
And the count is 1-2.
Got to go after him right here. Attack the strike zone against Christian.
Comes the 1-2. That ball is in the air down the right field line. It's in fair territory, and it's curving foul, just foul. Albrecht made an excellent diving attempt at it, just couldn't quite get there. The wind may have pushed that a little bit foul.
Just a little bit. Got that north wind coming over that left field, and it's going to push anything to right field towards that foul line. Good hustle there. Silas Ball got a chance to kind of reset here as his fielders get back in their place, making sure everybody's set and ready to go before he delivers this 1-2 pitch.
So here comes another 1-2, and that ball is yanked down the right field line foul as Braden Christian is
he's battling.
Yeah, he's late on those swings, but you're getting a piece, and that's all you can ask for.
It's what you're supposed to do. Get up there and battle every single time. Good things happen when you put the ball in play, as my high school coach used to say.
Comes another 1-2, and that was an emergency swing, and he's able to get a piece and keep himself alive.
That coach of mine, he knew what he was talking about a little bit. Won a couple state championships at my high school, a couple Final Four appearances, several district championships as well. So solid baseball. Just make the routine play is all you got to do.
1-2 popped up in the air. Sherwood having to try and find it, and he's able to find it out there in short center field. That will end the inning. For Lebanon here in the third. 5 more runs in the inning on 2 base hits. Seneca had 2 errors, and they ran 2. 2.5 in the books. It's 9-3.
There were all kinds of people on the Titanic the night it sank, but ultimately every one of them was on one of two lists, saved and lost. So is every person on this planet. The Bible says God has given us eternal life in His Son. Whoever has the Son has life. Whoever does not have the Son of God does not have life. Why? Because Jesus gave His life to pay for our sins, so your heaven is in His hands. If you've never placed your life in His hands, call us at 888-NEED-HIM and move from lost to saved.
Loud noise! What you want, do?
We were dispatched out here to the old 1400 block. Got some suspicious activity back in the alleyway. 1023, we've got 2 suspects moving a lot of boxes back here in the alley. We're going to approach and find out what's going on here. You two, let me see some ID.
Hey, we're the Office Concept guys. We're selling and moving copiers as fast as we can go.
104 HQ, this is just a copier company with a lot of sales going on.
Copy that.
And we welcome you back. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Seneca here. As here comes the first pitch to Prater, and the count's 1-0.
Got that bright yellow bat, highlighter bat out there to Prater. Maybe he's trying to distract the pitcher with that bright bat.
As here comes the 1-0, swung on and missed. The count's 1-1. Prater struck out his first time here against Shoemaker.
Pitch down and away like that. Prater trying to pull that to the left field side. Just hit it to the right side.
1-1 is spoiled foul on the count. Now 1-2.
Shoemaker trying to find a little bit of a groove here in the bottom half of the third inning. Finding the strike zone, attacking the strike zone against the heart of the order.
4, 5, 6 here for Seneca. 1-2, swung on and missed. You're going to have to throw down to complete it. And they do, and there's one down. As now it's River Franks. River Franks actually coming in to bat here for Seneca. He replaced Ian Heffron in the batting order.
Yeah, Heffron's back just bothered him so much. Probably can't even swing a bat right now if his back's bothering him. Like he looked like he was grimacing out there when he was pitching. So that bat's not going to feel very comfortable in his hands with a bad low back.
So here come,
Shoemaker stepped off. Yeah, he didn't like what he saw there. He took a step off there, took a breather, gathered himself.
Yes, here comes the first pitch to Franks. Swings and misses, and the count's 0-1.
Again, outside pitch, good location there by Shoemaker. Franks just got to go with that pitch, send it to right field instead of trying to pull the pitch.
So here comes the 0-1. That breaking ball hits the inside corner, and the count's 0-2. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, Watered Gardens, all sponsoring the broadcast.
Yep, first couple innings, Shoemaker having trouble finding the strike zone. Now he's finding the strike zone. You got to go up there and be aggressive. If he's throw 3 straight strikes to Prater, and now the first 2 to Franks are strikes as well. You got to go up there, think, strike, attack, attack, attack.
1-2 the count. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3.
Well, Ben, that's going to be my last batter. I got to run my boys to baseball practice. It's good joining you. A lot of fun. We'll have some fun this fall again, I'm sure, whenever football season rolls around.
I don't want to think about that, right?
We'll see.
As 2 outs here, as Brenton Crow will come to the plate here for Seneca. As that first pitch is a ball, and the count's 1-0. Excuse me. Blaine Collinsworth is at the plate, not Brenton Crow. 1-0 the count. As that pitch is outside, and the count's 2-0. Collinsworth, and here comes the 2-0. That 2-0 had to twirl out of the way, and the count is 3-0. Collinsworth, his first time struck out. Seeing if Seneca can get a 2-out rally started here. As here comes the 3-0 pitch. And he's taking the entire way, and that's over for a strike. And the count's 3-1. See if Collinsworth is taking 3-1 and make him throw another strike. He did, and that's ball 4. 2-out walk here for Seneca as Brenton Crow come to the plate. Crow reached in the second and then eventually came around and scored off of a walk. That is the 5th walk of the day by Brody Shoemaker. 5 walks and a hit by pitch. That's Collinsworth at first for Seneca. Comes the first pitch. That's outside. The count's 1-0. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-0 the count here. Here comes the 1-0. That's high and outside. And the count's 2-0. After throwing 4 balls and 1 strike against Collinsworth, he's thrown 2 straight balls to Crow. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That pitch is over for a strike, and the count is 2-1. 2-0 pitch, that's not your pitch to swing at, and so takes the ball, or takes the called strike. Here comes the 2-1. That's high and outside, and the count's 3-1. Collinsworth over at first for the Indians. 3-1 the count. Been a long 2 2/3 innings so far. Here comes the 3-1 offering, and Crow calls time. Good job by him. Shoemaker and his catcher York not on the same page. 3-1 the count. Comes the 3-1, and it gets by Crow and for ball 4. Threw behind him and back-to-back walks, and we may have a pitching change here. We'll wait and see as Jackson Yoakum will come to the plate unless we have a pitching change. Jackson Yoakum would still come to the plate. It's just a question of if there's a pitching change coming or not. Well, we have a second. The Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home at Arvis Ballpark through Sunday, May 3rd, as they face the Springfield Cardinals. Ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Support our high school baseball on KNEO. The Springfield Cardinals return home to Route 66 Stadium Tuesday, May 5th. They open up a 6-game set versus the Corpus Christi Hooks. Goes through Sunday, May 10th. Ticket information, visit visit springfieldcardinals.com. Support our high school baseball on KNEO. Back-to-back 2-out walks here for Seneca as Jackson Yoakum will come to the plate. Yoakum had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Seneca see if they can get some of those runs back here. First pitch to Yoakum. Swung on and missed, and the count's 0-1. Runners at first and second here for Seneca. A 4 spot in the first for Lebanon, a 5 spot in the third. 0-1 the count here on Yoakum. This game just has the feel of a 13-12 game. As here comes an 0-1 pitch. That's outside, and the count's 1-1. Yesterday, at this point, we were through about 5 innings. Today, we're not even done with the bottom of the third. 1-1 the count here on Yoakum. Here comes the 1-1. That's over for a called strike, and the count's 1-2, and now need to protect here with 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. So here comes the 1-2 offering. That pitch is hit on a couple hops to the first baseman. Bobbles it, able to get it back and beats Yoakum to the bag to end the inning. For Seneca, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. We head to the 4th inning. Lebanon up 9-3.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Brody Shoemaker to start the fourth inning here for Lebanon, 8-9-1. Shoemaker, Gilby, and York. Working against Silas Ball, who begins his first full inning. Shoemaker pulls the bat back, and it's a strike, and the count's 0-1. He had a bunt single last time, trying to sacrifice runners over, and he had a beautiful bunt. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. Ian Heffern's final line, 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts left due to injury. 0-2 the count, and that's high. The count is 1-2. Be interesting to see who would be behind Ball. So that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Silas Ball, and there's one down for Austin Gilby. Gilby 1 for 1 with the sac bunt. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, and Safe First Storm Shelters sponsoring the broadcast. So the first pitch to him is in there for a strike. Counts 0-1. Silas Ball this inning able to start pounding the strike zone here. So 1 is inside, and the count's 1-1. Seneca, like we were saying earlier, 4 straight road games after today, as the 1-1 is inside, and the count's 2-1. 3 straight road games next week at Cassville Tuesday, at Springfield Catholic Thursday, at Galena, Kansas next Friday. 2-1 is fouled back to the screen, and the count's 2-2. We'll have broadcast Tuesday and Friday of next week. And then the 11th of Monday, they go to Neosho. We'll have that broadcast, and then the home finale on the 12th. Here comes a 2-2, and not swinging at it is Gilby, and the count's full. The number 9 hitter here, I think you say, here's my best pitch. Can you hit it? As the count's full here on Gilby. 3-2 popped in the air, foul, and that's going to get out of play. So the count remains full. Gilby has done a good job here this afternoon. As here comes the 3-2 again. And it's inside, does not hit him. But a base on balls, a 1-out walk. Now you get to the top of the order, and Beckett York. York 1 for 2 on the day. Homered and popped out in the first. Walked in the third. Solo home run to start the game. See if Gilby goes anywhere. Not a big lead at first by any stretch of the imagination, as that first pitch is fouled off. The count's 0-1. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, and Toner Connections, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. Trying to jam York inside. So here comes the 0-1. That ball is hit on a hop. Crow fields it. And Ball still able to get there. Excellent play by Crow. That was a high hop and able to knock it down, and Silas Ball was able to get over. It's a 3-1 put out, and there are 2 down as Landon Klee comes to the plate. Klee 0 for 2. A ground out and a fielder's choice. He's also walked. Good job by Ball not giving up on that play either. So here comes the first pitch to Klee, and that's in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ballgame schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. So that pitch hits the outside corner, and the count quickly 0-2. Ball looking for a clean inning here. So here comes the 0-2 offering from Ball. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will end the inning for Lebanon. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 9-3 Yellow Jackets.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
Remington Albrecht to start off the inning here for Seneca takes a ball, and so the count's 1-0. 9-1-2 here for Seneca, working against Shoemaker. That pitch is outside, and the count's 2-0. 6 walks and a hit by pitch for Shoemaker so far. And only giving up 3 runs so far. Here comes the 2-0. That's high and outside. Counts 3-0. I wonder how long the leash is here for Shoemaker. As here comes the 3-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 4. 4 straight balls to start the inning. The leadoff runner is on for Seneca, and now the top of the order. As Jagger Wilson will come to the plate. Jagger Wilson hit by a pitch and scored in the first, walked in the second, and scored. So leadoff runner on here for the Indians in the bottom of the 4th. It's a 9-3 Lebanon lead. Comes the first pitch from Shoemaker. That's 5 straight balls to start the inning for Lebanon. What point does the pitching coach or manager come out? 1-0 the count. Here comes the 1-0. That's high, and the count's 2-0. And now the catcher going to go out and have a conversation, because that's 6 straight balls to start the inning. Not a long conversation between York and Shoemaker, but a little bit of a conversation, probably saying, hey, settle things down, let's just play catch. 2-0 the count here on Wilson. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Long look in, and that's high for ball 3. Normally, Jagger Wilson would have a green light, but since he can't throw a strike right now, I think you're taking pitches until he can throw one. 3-0 the count. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. and steps off. A little bit of a breeze there, so that might be why he stepped off. Wind gust picked up for a second. As here comes the 3-0. And that hits the outside corner. The count's 3-1. Not a pitch Wilson wanted to swing at, so takes the strike. As here comes the 3-1 pitch from Shoemaker. That's high for ball 4. So 2 walks to start the inning for Seneca. Drew Sherwood will come to the plate. Sherwood single to left center his last time. He's also walked. And we may be seeing a pitching change here. We'll wait and see. But 2 walks to start the inning for Lebanon. As the pitching coach goes out there again. Northwest Arkansas Naturals are at home at Arvis Ballpark through Sunday, May 3rd, as they face the Springfield Cardinals. Ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com. Supporter high school baseball on KNEO, and they leave Shoemaker out there with the 2 walks. Sherwood, the plate, hit one to left center his last time up. He's also walked. If you could find a gap in left center, you could run for a while. Nobody out here talk about how walks and errors kill you all the time. So far, the walks haven't really killed Shoemaker. First pitch is over for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Sherwood steps out, and now he'll step back into the box. 0-1 the count. Shoemaker finally gets ahead of a batter. Still nobody out. 1 pitch is outside, and the count is 1-1. Sherwood worked a full count before hitting that single his last AB. 1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's low. Counts 2-1. Other thing this does is, I don't have the numbers on Shoemaker, but his pitch count's got to be getting up there anyways. 2-1 the count. So here comes the 2-1 from Shoemaker. That's high. The count's 3-1. They try and get the catch Seneca napping, and the ball gets by the first baseman. And so the E2 allows the runners to take second and third. 3-1 count. Did it hit Jagger Wilson? They're going to just make sure he's okay. Did it hit him in the helmet? I had my head down, so I didn't see what happened, but Wilson okay. 3-1 count here on Sherwood. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Chance to cut into the lead here. The heart of the lineup up. That's inside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Silas Ball. And now we will have a pitching change. We'll tell you about the pitching change after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Tornado season doesn't give you a warning, but you can be ready. State Line Welding and Fabrication builds heavy-duty steel, safe first storm shelters, fabricated right here locally and installed by people who know what they're doing. Reinforced construction, secure door systems, custom sizing. Protect what matters most. Get your quote today, 417-438-2135, or find them on Facebook.
Hi, Huddle Springs Church of Christ is bringing you today's ball game. They're a family-friendly church located just a few miles outside Seneca at 19306 Huddle Springs Road. With Sunday morning and evening worship services as well as midweek services on Wednesdays, check out huddlespringschurchofchrist.org for more information about all the classes and fellowships they offer throughout the week. Huddle Springs Church of Christ, where they say, "We want to go to heaven with you." Cedar Lane Farm and Garden at 143 Cherokee Avenue in Seneca is your local feed dealer and a supporter of Seneca Indian sports. Offering vet, livestock, and pet products, Cedar Lane also carries a full line of farm and garden supplies. For more information, contact Cedar Farm and Garden on Cherokee Avenue in Seneca today. The number is 417-776-8231. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturday, 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. for your convenience. Go Indians!
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
And we welcome you back as new pitcher in for Lebanon will be number 7, Cole Milliken. As the base is loaded for Silas Ball. All 3 of those runners would be the responsibility of Brody Shoemaker. Only gave up 1 hit but had 9 walks and 5 strikeouts over his 3+ innings. All 3 base runners are his responsibility. We're not sure if there is a new catcher in there because Beckett York went to shortstop, but we're not sure who went in to catch. Ball 0 for 1, flew out to center his last time, also had a sac bunt. So here comes the first pitch from Milliken. Takes a called strike, and the count's 0-1. Seneca trying to put a crooked number on the scoreboard here after Lebanon put 2 in the first and third. So here comes the 0-1. That ball is yanked foul down the third base line out of play. Way ahead of that is Ball, and the count's 0-2. As Milliken and his catcher are going to have a conversation. Well, they're not going to have a conversation. 0-2 the count. Here on Ball, who needs now to protect with 2 strikes. Prater on deck. See if Seneca can find a gap. As that center fielder is really shaded to left center. Pitch is good block there by the catcher. That pitch went about 58 feet. New catcher in. And the count is 1-2. Good job by him to get in front of it. 1-2 the count. A long conversation between Milliken and that new catcher. It may be Owen Jones. That almost looks like a 4. But I can't see right field and see if the right fielder is still out there. The protective gear on, it's hard to see what number that is. And maybe a 9 as well. Which if it was a 9, it'd be Eichard Miller. But I'm going to be done speculating because I'm not sure who it is. Here comes a 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That's the first out of the inning as Asher Prater will come to the plate. Prater 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 1 out here. They still have Prater over in left, or so they have him shaded to left center, big 2. First pitch to Prater is swung on and missed. The count's 0-1. If Milliken can dance out of this with no damage, Lebanon would be very happy. Here comes the 0-1. That's in the dirt. Good block by the catcher. Counts 1-1. Because they're not holding Sherwood on. Sherwood has a huge secondary lead. Anything in the gap, he could potentially score from first. The 1-1. Breaking ball just inside. And the count's 2-1. River Frank's on deck. He had to come in for Heffron. So here comes the 1-1 from Milliken. Long look in by him. And Prater calls time. 2-1 the count. Here on Prater. Comes the 2-1. That fastball hits the outside corner. Counts 2-2. Need to protect now with 2 strikes. If you could hit it to right center field, Drew Sherwood could run for a while. So here comes the 2-2 from Milliken, and Prater calls time again. Milliken taking a long time getting the sign in. So here comes a 2-2 from Milliken. Breaking ball hit on the ground. Slow play. Only play is to first. 1 run will come in and score on the fielder's choice. It's a 6-3 put out. Albrecht will come in and score on that fielder's choice as a River Franks will come to the plate now. Our base hit would score 2. Franks 0 for 1 on the day. Need a base hit here if you're Seneca. So here comes the first pitch from Milliken, and that's outside for a ball. Counts 1-0. Slow roller was enough. The only play was to first base. Here comes the 1-0. Breaking ball hits the inside corner, and the count's 1-1. Runners at second and third here for Seneca. Wilson, and a wild pitch, pass ball, may try and score. 1-1 breaking ball is swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2. Seneca loaded the bases with no outs. Comes the 1-2, and that's outside. And the count is 2-2. 2 outs here in the inning. 2-2 the count. As here comes the 2-2 offering. He hits that one to first, and the first baseman able to field it for the final out of the inning. For Seneca, 1 run in the inning on no base hits. There was an error, and they strand 2. 4 in the books. It's 9-4 Lebanon.
There were all kinds of people on the Titanic the night it sank, but ultimately every one of them was on one of 2 lists, saved and lost. So is every person on this planet. The Bible says God has given us eternal life in His Son. Whoever has the Son has life. Whoever does not have the Son of God does not have life. Why? Because Jesus gave His life to pay for our sins, so your heaven is in His hands. If you've never placed your life in His hands, call us at 888-NEED-HIM and move from lost to saved.
Helping your teen learn smart money habits doesn't have to be complicated. First Community Bank's teen checking account is built for tweens and teens 11 and up with parents in mind. Teens get their own debit card, ATM access, and mobile check deposit, plus a bundled savings account to help them plan ahead. Parents get peace of mind with no monthly fees, parental debit card controls, alerts and notifications, joint ownership, and full account access. Stop by any First Community Bank location to open a teen checking account today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
3, 4, 5 due up for Lebanon here in the 5th. Harrison Cranmer, Cole Milliken, Malachi Simmons, the 3 scheduled hitters. Cranmer, 1 for 2 on the day. He's also walked. Here comes the first pitch. That's a ball, and the count is 1-0. 5 runs in the first for Lebanon, 4 in the third. That's how they got their 9. 1-0 is hit on a couple hops. Wilson able to snag it on the short hop, and then Crow able to snag it on his own short hop. Excellent play on both ends by both Wilson and Crow. And there's 1 out here for Cole Milliken. I believe that's who is at the plate. Milliken, 1 for 2 on the day. He's also been hit by a pitch. New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, Prolu Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Zach's Car Wash, all sponsoring the broadcast. First pitch is low for a ball. Count is 1-0. Long day here. Only in the top of the 5th. So here comes the 1-0. Breaking ball just inside. And the count's 2-0. Efren has walked 3 in his inning and 2/3. The 2-0 pitch is yanked down the left field line. It's a fair ball. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. It'll be at least 2. And he's going to be content with 2 as Cole Milliken. Malachi Simmons will come to the plate. Simmons, 1 for 1 on the day. He singled in the second. He has also walked and been hit by a pitch. 1 out. And a base runner in scoring position for the Yellow Jackets. This game, they have left base runners in scoring position in every inning. They have left 8 stranded. Seneca has left 7 as that first pitch is a ball and the count's 1-0. Simmons and then Riley Gilby and then potentially Braden Christian. So here comes the 1-0. Breaking ball, spoiled foul at the plate. And the count's 1-1. Between the two teams, there's been about 15 walks in the game. The 1-1 is low and outside. Counts 2-1. Shoemaker walked 9. Heffern walked 4, and so far Ball has walked 3. So here comes the 2-1. That pitch is high, and the count's 3-1. Four runs in the first, 5 in the third for the Yellow Jackets. That hits them on a 3-1 pitch. Also been some hit batters here. That one may have hit him in the funny bone as he is taking his time as Riley Gilby, and he may have to come out. That one hit him in a weird spot as he is, can't tell if it's the elbow or the hand that got hit, but he is going to walk down to first base, and trainer Jamie Miller is going to make her way towards the Lebanon dugout. As Riley Gilby will come to the plate. Gilby 0 for 1 with a walk and reached on an error his last time. I think that one hit potentially Simmons in the funny bone. Runners at first and second now for Gilby. As here comes the first pitch. That's over for a strike, and the count is 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. That's in the dirt. Good block by Franks. They're going to try and take third. And then it gets by Collinsworth. And now coming in to score is going to be Milliken. So he takes third on the wild pitch. And then the error allows them to get a run in as well as a runner to third base on the E2. 1-1 the count here on Gilby. And do we have another change here? As Coach Eust is going to have a conversation with the home plate umpire. And I wonder if he's wanting to say that there was batter's interference. 1-1 the count on Gilby. A runner coming in and scoring. So they get the run back that Seneca scored in their half of the fourth inning. Long conversation here between Houston, the home plate umpire. 1-1 the count here on Gilby. One out here, runner at third now. As here comes the 1-1 from Ball. Breaking ball, late swing. Missing it is Gilby, and the count's 1-2. This ball gets the sign. Here comes the 1-2. That ball is hit on a hop to shortstop. Only play is to first. It's a 6-3 putout. The fielder's choice does allow that other run to come in and make it 11-4. So there's two down now for Braden Christian. Oh, no, different batter in there. As it is number 9. I believe that's Eichard Meiser. That first pitch is a ball, and the count's 1-0. So here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed. And the count's 1-1. 2 outs here in the inning. So a new batter here for Lebanon. As that hits him. And there's a runner on with 2 outs. And I believe Brody. No, it's a pinch hitter. Kyson Gress will bat here for Lebanon. We may have, that would be a courtesy runner at first. That's number 30, who is Jace McCoy. So McCoy will run at first, and a pinch hitter here for Lebanon. Just 2 more runs in for the Yellow Jackets here in the top of the 5th. Comes the first pitch to him. Back up the middle, Ball able to snag it and throw to first. It's a 1-3 putout. That will end the inning. But for Lebanon, 2 runs in the inning on 1 base hit. There was an error, and they strand 1. 4.5 in the books, 11-4 Yellow Jackets.
People's Bank of Seneca. We care about your journey every step of the way. Since 1996, visit us in Joplin, Neosho, or Seneca. PeoplesBankOfSeneca.com. Member FDIC. Proud sponsor of area athletics. Let's score big together.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
Seneca will send their 6, 7, and 8 hitters up here in the 5th. Blaine Collinsworth, Brenton Crow, and Jackson Yoakum. As the catcher has to get his earpiece in his ear. As now Collinsworth will settle into the box as Cole Milliken will finally get to work as that first pitch is low for a ball and the count's 1-0. One and 0 the count. So that pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. That ball is popped foul out of play, and the count is 1-2. Brody Shoemaker went 3+ innings, 1 hit, 4 runs, 2 earned, 9 walks, 5 strikeouts. So here comes the 1-2, and that ball is dribbled down the third base line. It's staying foul. So we'll do it again. Collinsworth got a piece to keep himself alive. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. Here on Collinsworth still. Comes another 1-2 offering. Long look in by Milliken, and now here comes the pitch. That's outside, and the count's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Collinsworth. Here comes a 2-2 from Milliken. That ball is shot foul into the screen, and the count will remain 2-2. 7-run lead here for Lebanon. 2-2, and that hits the inside corner for strike 3. Second strikeout of the game for Milliken. So Brenton Crow will come to the plate. Crow does not have an official at bat. He's walked twice. 1 out here in the inning. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a called strike, and the count's 0-1. Gamble Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, and the Springfield Cardinals sponsoring the broadcast. 0-1 hits the inside corner, and the count's quickly 0-2. So here comes the 0-2 offering. That pitch is hit to shortstop, slow roller, throws to first in plenty of time. And there are 2 down for Jackson Yoakum. Yoakum grounded out to first his last plate appearance. He also has a sacrifice bunt. He's 0 for 1. Mid-America Specialty Markets, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, Cedar Lane Farm and Garden, CareNet Pregnancy Center, Watered Gardens, all sponsoring the broadcast. 2 down here for Yoakum. So here comes the first pitch from Milliken. That pitch is dribbled down the first base line, and it's foul. The count is 0-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 0-1 the count. Lebanon will send their 9-1-2 hitters to the plate in the 6th. Comes the 0-1. Swings and misses at a ball, and the count's 0-2. Late swing, but good job by Yoakum to get a piece and keep himself alive. Count remains 0-2. Got a piece of that breaking ball. So here comes another 0-2 from Milliken. Swung on and missed at the high fastball, and that will be the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 5 in the books, 11-4 Lebanon.
For a long time in my life, I thought the Bible was for someone else and it didn't really apply to me. Boy, was I ever wrong. Everything in my life that had been difficult or defective had been because of me. And when I finally turned my life over to Jesus Christ and accepted Him as my Savior, that's when I began to experience a new life. If you want to speak to someone about beginning a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, call 888-NEED-HIM. 888-NEED-HIM.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. More information 417-526-4984 or online at proluberepair.com.
Austin Gilby to start the top of the 6th here for Lebanon. 9-1-2. Gilby, York, and Clee, the 3 scheduled hitters, working against Silas Ball here. First pitch is hit. A hop. Wilson can't field it. And it's an infield single for Austin Gilby, who has reached base 3 of the 4 times that he's been at the plate. As Beckett York will come to the plate. His one hit is a solo home run in the first. Just popped out, walked, and grounded out. So here comes the first pitch. That's outside. Franks can't snag it. A wild pitch. Allow the runner to get to second base. 1-0 the count here on York. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, Northwest Arkansas Naturals, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball is hit in the air to left field. Yoakum going back, and he's able to snag it out there. Are they going to say it's not a catch? That should look like a ball. That should be a catch. It looked like it was a transfer on the play. They're going to talk about it. We'll see if runners are at first and second or if the runner is at. So then the runner did take second, so it is an F7 on the play. Runner still gets second on the play. So Landon Clee will come to the plate. He is 0 for 2. But has reached on a fielder's choice and a walk. As here comes the first pitch to Clee. That ball is hit in the air to right field. Albrecht going to go back and snag it for out number 2. So there are 2 outs with a runner at third base for Harrison Cranmer. Cranmer is 1 for 3. He has also walked and scored. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, Safe First Storm Shelters, all sponsoring the broadcast. As here comes the first pitch to Cranmer. That ball is sitting there to center field and deep. Sherwood going back, and he will snag it for out number 3. Every one of the outfielders gets an out here in the inning. For Lebanon, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 11-4, Yellow Jackets.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options, including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Mid-America Specialty Markets of Seneca is a supporter of the Seneca Indians, and they're proud to bring you today's game. They provide insurance services for the 4-state area, including home, auto, life, and agribusiness. Located at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, they are licensed in Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kansas. Learn more today at midminsurance.com or call 417-451-9177. Mid-America Specialty Markets. Protecting your business and family is our specialty.
9-1-2 due up for Seneca here in the 6th. Remington, Albrecht, Jagger Wilson, and Drew Sherwood, the 3 hitters here for Seneca in the 6th inning. Albrecht 0 for 1 with a walk. Hard to believe with all the walks given up that he's only been to bat twice. Comes the first pitch. That's high and outside, and the count's 1-0. 4-State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, Huddle Springs Church of Christ, Toner Connections, all sponsoring the broadcast. 1-0 is swung on and missed, and the count's 1-1. Maybe Seneca's best chance here to get a rally started. The top of the order. See if the number 9 hitter can get on to start this rally. Evan at the Neosho Daily News. Wish the Seneca Indians good luck here today. 2-1 the count here on Albrecht. Here comes the 2-1. And it hits him. So a leadoff runner is on for the Indians. As Jagger Wilson comes to the plate. Wilson does not have an official at bat. He has been hit by a pitch and walked twice. So leadoff runner is on here for Seneca. Had the leadoff runner on in a lot of innings and haven't been able to do anything with it. So here comes the first pitch to Wilson from Milliken. It's outside for a ball. It counts 1-0. Wilson will step back in the box here. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. Out 1-0 from Milliken. He check swings. It could be a bunt single, and Milliken can't snag it. I think you give a single on the play with Jagger's speed. He did not mean to swing at it, but a kind of a bunt single. As Drew Sherwood comes to the plate, he has singled in a run, and he's walked twice. First 2 on for the Indians. Indians had the bases loaded in the 4th and could only score 1. As here comes the first pitch to Drew Sherwood from Milliken. Again, huge gap in that left center. That first pitch is high and outside, and the count's 1-0. Long drive back for Lebanon after this one, and it's 6:35, and we're only in the bottom of the sixth. They still have a JV contest to play. 1-0 is over for a strike. The count's 1-1. Big gap in left center field if you can hit it there. Have him shaded to right center. Comes the 1-1. Inside. And the count's 2-1. Albrecht at second. Wilson at first. Drew Sherwood at the plate for the Indians. Here comes the 2-1. That's outside. It gets by the catcher. Wild pitch will have runners at second and third now. Still nobody out in a 3-1 count. So 3-1 the count here. Base hit potentially scores 2. As here comes the 3-1 from Milliken. 3-1 is in there for a strike. And the count is full. 3-2. And now Sherwood need to swing anything close. Don't let the umpire make the call. Here comes the full count pitch from Milliken. That ball is hit through the right side for a single. One run come in and score. They're going to send Jagger Wilson home, and he is in safely. It is a 2 RBI single for Drew Sherwood. He will take second on the throw home, as that makes it an 11-6 game. And now Silas Ball comes to the plate. Ball 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. Still nobody out in the inning for Seneca. Wilson fast enough, able to score on that single to right field. Shortstop holding Sherwood on. So that pitch is high, and the count is 1-0. 2 runs in the inning for Seneca. Still nobody out. So here comes the 1-0. That's inside, and the count's 2-0. Prater's on deck. He's 0 for 2, 0 for 3. Seneca looking for a big inning here. Here comes the 1-0. It is inside for ball. Pitch gets by the third baseman and in safely is going to be Drew Sherwood. So he steals third base. And then the E2 allows him to come in and score. And all of a sudden, things are getting interesting here in Seneca. It's a 3-0 count here on Silas Ball. Still nobody out in the inning. You have to think 3-0 Ball is taking. He is, and he takes a called strike. Even 3-1 he may be taking. So here comes the 3-1. Swinging and missing. And so now the count is full. 3-2. Need to protect here with 2 strikes. Comes the full count pitch. And it hits him. As Cole Milliken has lost the strike zone here in the 6th. Hit by pitch, single, hit by pitch. It's Asher Prater will come to the plate here for Seneca. Prater 0 for 3. Going to make sure that ball's okay at first base. Prater. Still nobody out. Prater at the plate. Big lead at first for Ball. Comes the first pitch to Prater. That's over for a strike. Counts 0-1. Seneca's first 3 reached. All 3 scored. 0-1 the count here on Prater. Breaking ball is nubbed. Only play would be to first. He keeps it fair. The pitcher picks it up. It's a 1-3 put out. Fielder's choice does allow a ball to get to second. As River Franks will come to the plate here for Seneca. This is nothing against River Franks, but you'd love Ian Heffron to be here to be able to hit in this spot. As here comes the first pitch to Franks. It's outside for a ball, and the count's 1-0. 3 runs already in the inning for Seneca. Ball at second base. He could cut the lead to 3 with him coming in. The 1-0 hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-1. Franks 0 for 2, strikeout and ground out. 1-1 the count. Blaine Collinsworth on deck. Comes the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. Tough spot for a freshman to be in. So here comes the 1-2 from Milliken. Breaking ball hit in the air to right field. Right fielder able to snag it. Ball going to take third on the play. As Blaine Collinsworth will come to the plate. Now a wild pitch could cut it to 3. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. Visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Letter, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. So here comes the first pitch to Collinsworth. That's outside for a ball, and the count's 0-1. Collinsworth 0 for 2. He's also walked. You need him to reach, and he does on a hit by pitch to guarantee Jagger Wilson at least an at-bat in the 7th inning as Brenton Crow will come to the plate. Crow 0 for 1 with 2 walks. So we will, Collinsworth will take a minute to make sure he's okay. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X at KNEO917 Sports. 3 runs in the inning so far for Seneca. Crow at the plate. Here comes the first pitch to him. That's over for a called strike, and the count's 0-1. 11-7 your score here in the bottom of the 6th. 0-1 is outside. Couldn't get Crow to chase. And the count's 1-1. Jackson Yoakum is on deck. He's 0 for 2 with a sac bunt if it gets that far. 1-1 the count. Comes the 1-1 offering. That's high and inside, and the count's 2-1. So all of a sudden, Milliken has lost the strike zone. 2-1 the count here. Comes the 2-1 from Milliken. That's inside, and the count's 3-1. Three and 1 the count. As here comes the 3-1 pitch from Milliken. That's outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And now the bases are loaded for Jackson Yoakum. As we may be seeing another pitching change here. See if Seneca tries a safety squeeze, suicide squeeze. And we are going to see a pitching change here. Take a timeout, come back with the change after this.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Jackson Yoakum will face a new pitcher as that first pitch is swung on and missed and counts 0-1. Beckett York will come in and pitch. All three runners are the responsibility of Cole Milliken. Seneca 3 runs in the inning. They would love to add on. That ball is yanked down the first base line. First baseman snags it in foul territory, and that will end the inning. For Seneca, 3 runs in the inning on 2 base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 3. Head to the 7th, 11-7, Lebanon.
A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank. We can do that.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is better health, better you.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
Here, I discovered what I can do and who I can become.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
One expanded mission built with lion pride.
4, 5, and 6 due up for Lebanon here in the 7th inning. Cole Milliken, Malachi Simmons, and Riley Gilby. As Milliken has had himself quite the day at the plate. He's 2 for 3. So that first pitch is high to him, and the count is 1-0. If you're Seneca, you got to put a 0 on the board. See if you can find a way to get 4 runs across. So that pitch is over for a strike, and the count is 1-1. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. That pitch is hit in the air to left center field, and it's going to fall in front of Drew Sherwood. A single to start the inning for Lebanon as Malachi Simmons will come to the plate. Simmons is 1 for 1, but he has reached base all 4 times. He's been hit by a pitch twice. He's also walked. So he gets on base here today. As here comes the first pitch to him. In the dirt. Franks blocks it, but not. Oh, kind of a weird slide into second by Milliken on the wild pitch. Franks threw down and couldn't quite get there in time. 1-0 the count here on Simmons. Springfield Cardinals return home to Route 66 Stadium Tuesday, May 5th. They open up a 6-game set versus the Corpus Christi Hooks. It goes through Sunday, May 10th. Ticket information, visit SpringfieldCardinals.com, a supporter of KNEO Radio on high school baseball here on KNEO. So that pitch is spoiled foul, so the count's 1-1. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th, runner at second. That's inside, twirling out of the way is Simmons, and the count's 2-1. Lebanon after today. We'll go to Branson next Tuesday. 1-1 is outside, and 2-1's outside, and the count's 3-1. Face Kickapoo next Wednesday, and then, actually that's next Monday, Tuesday, excuse me, and then Carthage at home next Thursday. Comes the 3-1. That ball is hammered to left. Yoakum going back, and he is going to catch it in front of the fence. Runner going to try and get to third, and he is in to third basically safely. It's an F7 on the play. Good job by Yoakum to be able to get there. But the runner is at third for Riley Gelby. Gelby 0 for 3, but he's reached base twice. One's on a walk, one's on an error. Seneca needs to leave that runner at third, and they will bring the infield in. As here comes the first pitch to Gelby. That's over for a called strike, and the count's 0-1. 1 out here. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, hit over the head of Blake McKinney, and that's what happens when you have to bring the infield in. An RBI single for Gelby. That makes it 12-7 for Lebanon. As number 9, Eichard Miser will come to the plate. As coming in and scoring is Cole Milliken. His second at bat. Was hit by a pitch in the first time. So here comes the first pitch. Popped in the air. Foul territory. Neither Franks nor Crow can get there, and the count's 0-1. His lone plate appearance, hit by a pitch. 0-1 the count here on Miser. Seneca will have their 9-1-2 hitters due up in the 7th, as here comes the 0-1 from Ball. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it doesn't quite hit the base. Now he's going to try and take third. If you have a good throw, could have potentially got him out, but Drew Sherwood could not get the throw, so stolen base, and then the error trying to get it will allow the runner to get to third. It was a strike, so the count's 0-2. 0-2 the count here on Miser. Again, you got to leave that runner at third. Here comes the 0-2. That's inside, and the count's 1-2. Silas Ball has battled here this afternoon, probably not expecting to pitch. So that 1-2 hits him. And so the second time here today, he's been hit by a pitch. Runners will be at first and third for Brody Shoemaker. Shoemaker 1 for 4 on the afternoon. And we will have our courtesy runner, McCoy, for Lebanon. One out, Shoemaker 1 for 4, runners at first and third. As here comes the first pitch. That's low for a ball, and the count is 1-0. It's like a 2.5 hour drive back to Lebanon after this one, and they still have a JV contest to play. So that pitch is outside for a ball. Counts 2-0. Love to get the 8-9 hitters out and not get back to the top of the order. 2-0 the count here on Shoemaker. So runners off on the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Franks pretended to throw to third. Batter stayed in the box, and they're not going to call batter's interference as runners will be at second and third. 2-1 the count. As the infield comes in here for Seneca. 2-1 is outside, and the count's 3-1. Way ahead here is Shoemaker. Comes the 3-1 pitch. Hits the inside corner, and the count's full at 3-2. Anytime Seneca has gotten close, Lebanon has had an answer. 3-2 the count. Here comes the 3-2. That's low for ball 4. Franks can't find it. It's by the Seneca dugout, and 1 run come in and score on the wild pitch. So runners will be at first and third for the number 9 hitter, Austin Gilby. Gilby's had himself quite a day. He's 2 for 2 with a walk and a sac bunt. Number 9 hitter, only time he didn't reach was on a sac bunt. So here comes the first pitch from ball. They throw back, and back safely is Shoemaker. The ball will get back on the rubber. Here comes first pitch. Runner is off. They're going to throw back to ball. Stealing second is Shoemaker. Called that a ball, and the count's 1-0. 2 more runs in scoring position here for Lebanon. That ball is shot down the right field line. It's curving foul and will get out of play. This counts 1-1. Normally your number 9 hitter, I would say, isn't too much of a threat, but this number 9 hitter has been on fire here today. As here comes the 1-1 pitch from Gilby, or to Gilby. Ball hit on the ground. Wilson going to throw to first, and Crow can't field it, and 2 runs are going to come in and score. So it's an E6. Franks talked about going to first base, and then Crow couldn't pick it up, and 2 more runs come in and score. That makes it 15-7 as you get back to the top of the order here. And Beckett York. Ball has given up 8 runs, but most of them are unearned. That first pitch is outside, and the count's 1-0. 4 runnings in the inning here for Lebanon. They've had been in it, and it's 4 runs in the first, 5 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and 4 more so far here in the 7th. Frank's able to block that one. The 2-0 the count here on York. Still only 1 out in the inning. 2-0 the count. That ball is laced through the right side for a single. Albrecht able to get it in. Keep runners at first and second as Landon Klee will come to the plate, and we may have a pitching change here due to the fact that I think Ball may be out of pitches. Wait and see what the change is after this on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Looking for a church that feels like home? Drive over to Silver.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
Here, I discovered what I can do and who I can become.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
One expanded mission built with lion pride.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
Pitching change here for Seneca as Blake McKinney will have to come in and see if he can get the final 2 outs here, as Landon Klee will be the one coming to the plate. So Klee comes to the plate here, as here comes the first pitch from McKinney. Pitch is outside for a ball, and it counts 1-0. McKinney will come in and pitch, and ball just went to second base. That's the straight change there. So here comes the 1-0. That ball hit down the first baseline foul. Count will be 1-1 as it's going to settle near the Lebanon bullpen. 1-1 the count. As here comes the 1-1. McKinney, and that breaking ball is hit to left field. It's curving, and Yoakum can't get there. 1 run will come in and scores. It goes all the way to the wall. And 2 runs will come in and score. It is a triple on the play by Landon Klee. And that makes it 17-7. As 2 RBI are in here for the Yellow Jackets. As that will end the line here for Silas Ball. As Harrison Cranmer will come to the plate now for Lebanon. That ball hit on a couple hops to Wilson. Throws to first in plenty of time. It's a 6-3 putout, but that triple will come in and score. So that makes it 18-7 now. And it's the 3rd time here today. As Cole Milliken will come to the plate. 3rd time here today that Lebanon has batted around. So Milliken comes to the plate here. So that pitch is inside for a ball, and the count is 1-0. 2 outs now in the inning. Nobody on base for Lebanon. That ball is hit in the air foul, and it's going to sneak out of play. The count is a ball and a strike. 1-1 the count here. on Milliken, who started the inning with a single. That ball hit to shortstop. Wilson going to field it, throw to first. That will end the inning, but another big inning for Lebanon. So they score 7 runs in that inning on 4 base hits. And there was a couple errors. Head to the bottom of the 7th. Lebanon up 18-7.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
If you've ever watched any of the talent shows on television, you see people doing almost anything for attention. What are you doing to get noticed? Whose attention are you seeking? Will that really fulfill you? There is one person that changes all of that, and it's Jesus. He loves you and has a hope and purpose for your life. If you want to learn to have a personal relationship with Jesus, then call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us online at chataboutjesus.com.
Remington Albrecht to start the inning here for Seneca. 9-1-2 due up for the Indians here. As here comes the first pitch. That's high for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Big inning for Lebanon. That was the story of the game. Silas Ball had to come in after Heffron to come out with a bad back, and he pitched well, but just couldn't get those timely outs that they needed. Albrecht for one. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. That pitch is outside for a ball. York came in with the bases loaded and got a foul out. Pitch is outside, and that's a ball 4. Leadoff walk for Seneca as Jagger Wilson will come to the plate here for the Indians. Wilson does not have, or he singled his last 8 bat. It's kind of an excuse me swing. He's reached base all 4 times. Normally with Seneca's pitching staff, you score 7 runs, you think you got a chance to win. So that first pitch bounces in there. Good block there by the catcher. The count is 1-0. Been a long game here. 3 hours and 22 minutes. So that pitch is in there for a strike. The count's 1-1. As here comes the 1-1 offering. That bail is yanked down the left field line, curving foul and out of play, and the count's 1-2. Sherwood's on deck. He's got 3 RBIs. He's 2 for 2 and walked twice. As here comes the 1-2 offering. And it hit him. So the first 2 guys are on again for Seneca. Runners will be on first and second as Drew Sherwood will come to the plate. Still nobody out. So here comes the first pitch to Sherwood, and that's low for a ball. Counts 1-0. I think for Seneca to have a chance, they'd need to bat around about twice in this inning. So here comes the 1-0. That ball is yanked down the left field line. This is going to stay fair. That's just foul. Left fielder couldn't quite get there. Playing him to pull, hit it the opposite way. Couldn't quite keep it in fair territory. 1-1 the count on Sherwood. Sherwood 2 for 2 on the day with 3 RBI. One and one the count. As here comes the 1-1 pitch from York. That's low, and the count's 2-1. Crazy game here today in Seneca. 2-1 the count here on Sherwood. As here comes the 2-1. That ball popped in the air, foul territory, and cannot snag it as the third baseman, as it will go into the Seneca bullpen. Count now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Drew Sherwood. As here comes the 2-2 offering to Sherwood. That ball is back up the middle. It's going to be down for a base hit. As staying at third base is going to be Albrecht. Nice effort out there in center field. As Silas Ball will come to the plate here with the bases loaded. Hit by a pitch there in the 6th inning. 0 for 2. As here comes the first pitch from York. That's low for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Seneca at Cassville next Monday, at Springfield Catholic next Thursday, at Galena, Kansas next Friday. Comes the 1-0. Ball popped in the air. Infield fly is in effect. The pitcher York is going to snag it for out number 1. Asher Prater will come to the play. Prater grounded out. His last plate appearance, a fielder's choice ground out. RBI. We will be game Tuesday at Cassville, and then next Friday at Galena. 4-game road swing for Seneca for the end of the regular season at home on the 12th against El Dorado Springs. First pitch to Prater. That's in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Have a pinch hitter on deck for Seneca. Looks like Logan Pennington. Well, those 3 seniors may get a bat here today. So here comes the 0-1. That's foul tipped off the mask. It counts 0-2. Gonna give the home plate ump an extra couple of seconds here, as the home plate ump does not look any worse for wear. 0-2 the count remains here on Prater. Gonna have to protect with 2 strikes. As here comes the 0-2 pitch from York. Long look in. Now here comes that 0-2. The pitch is up the middle. York only play is to first. It is a 1-3 putout. It was slow enough that the fielder's choice allows Remington Albrecht, as actually it's Paxton Ray coming to the plates here for Seneca. A freshman, he will bat for River Franks. As the runners will be at second and third here for the Indians. He will bat for River Franks. Franks was 0 for 3. So here comes the first pitch from York. Pitch is hit to center field. Center fielder will snag it. That will do the ball game as Lebanon improves to 8-17 overall. And Seneca falls to 15-6-1 on the season. For Seneca, 1 run in that inning on 1 base hit. There were no errors, and they strand 2 to end the game. The post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. take a time out. Come back with the post-game show after this.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
If you've ever watched any of the talent shows on television, you see people doing almost anything for attention. What are you doing to get noticed? Whose attention are you seeking? Will that really fulfill you? There is one person that changes all of that, and it's Jesus. He loves you and has a hope and purpose for your life. If you want to learn to have a personal relationship with Jesus, then call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us online at chataboutjesus.com.
And we welcome you back for the final time. Seneca falls here by a final score of 18-8. Post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Seneca 8 runs, 4 hits. They had 5 errors. They left 12 on base. For Lebanon, 18 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. They stranded 10. Cole Milliken picks up the win for Lebanon, 2 2/3 innings out of the bullpen, 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Beckett York picks up a save, 1 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, it was earned, and a walk. Ian Heffern takes the loss, 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Silas Ball had to come in and pitch in relief, 4 innings, 7 hits, 10 runs, only 3 earned. Blake McKinney pitched 2/3 of an inning, giving up a hit and a run. Our next Seneca broadcast will be on Tuesday afternoon as the Indians have the Big 8 finale versus Cassville. 4:30 first pitch, 4:10 airtime from Cassville. For Seth Wilson, appreciate him joining me for a few innings here this afternoon. I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Seneca. Post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Thank you so much for watching high school baseball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.